Hi and welcome back to In Deep Crit Plays Earthdawn 4th edition, the Legends of Barsaive. My name's Luke Hindmarsh and I'm one of the halves of the usual suspects for the reviews and all that kind of tabletop role-playing game goodness. However, as you can see, we've got quite a team, and joining me, I'm a player character in the game tonight. I'm playing a Shulian, the Obsidian weaponsmith. Joining me is...
Hi, I'm Phil, and I'm playing a Dwarven Nethermancer called Fumbled.
Hey, my name's Ian, and I am playing Mindilel, a Windling Beastmaster, who comes equipped with a small pet, a Zoac called Purr.
Hi, my name's Kieran, and I'm playing Saul Brimstone, the human elementalist.
Good to see everybody. My name is Damien Humphreys. Almost forgot my name then. Who am I playing? I'm the Games Master this evening, trying to lead these reprobates on a merry dance around the ruins of Barsaive currently, ruins of Parlainth currently. So we're picking up from where we left last session. The Adepts have decided to explore who or what has been creating Cadaver Men outside of... So there's a kingdom of the Undead ruled over by Twiceborn, who the self-styled Queen of the Undead, who currently has a non-aggression treaty of sorts with Haven. But there have recently been some Cadaver Men up to no good and trying to creating new Cadaver Men with the cooperation of one of Torgak's deputies, and hustling people away and turning them into undead monstrosities. So the party have decided to track down what is happening with that. Last session did a bit of digging around, asking of questions, and have decided to go and see Twiceborn, armed with a book on Theron etiquette and some knowledge of greetings. It turns out they've discovered that Twiceborn is really fascinated by ancient Theron customs, so they've armed themselves with some knowledge given to them by Agramen. They're definitely not a spy of Agramen's trading, and have gone into the smalls to look for the entrance to Twiceborn's kingdom. On the way to said location, they were waylaid by members of the Grey Wolves, fairly low and despicable bandit gang that is hanging out in that area of the smalls, attempting to waylay adventurers for their hard-won tavs. The party refused to pay any tavs, in fact made a counter-offer, which was not accepted, and battle ensued. And we left the session with 2 of the bandits fled, 2 of the bandits dead, and 1 unconscious. And that is just about where we left it, with decisions to be made over killing the remaining bandit, I believe.
Well, you just need to collect his toes.
I think Mindilel wanted to have a frank discussion first. Might be easier with his toes. Can always take his toes later.
He might not need his toes to speak, but it's difficult to speak when you're screaming because someone's cut your toes off.
That's a good point, Indilo. Shouldn't be too quick.
So I'll go and bind said bandit.
Yep, he's easy enough to tie up, he's unconscious. After a minute or so, he comes round quite naturally. Doesn't actually have recovery tests on here, I don't think. Nope, but I shall just give him a toughness test. Yeah, he's barely conscious. That was enough to heal him bang onto his unconsciousness rating. So he is slipping in and out of consciousness at the moment without any further medical attention.
I'll try
But
and
if
use
anybody
my...
has any skills,
Oh, sorry. I was going to say, could I try and use my frighten talent to see if I can startle him and get his blood pumping to keep him awake?
an unorthodox use of frighten, but yeah. Let me just check the wording of it quickly.
No worries. Works on the
The
clock.
Adept scares a target by staring silently into them, making a frightened test. -2 penalty to all tests for each success. Yeah, I'm gonna allow it. Rule of cool, right? Being frightened certainly wakes me up. So
What
go
difficulty
for
do you want me to set?
it's
just
social
roll
defense,
it.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Bear with. Social defense is 6. Nice.
Ooh, very nice.
Nice.
Well done.
I just say to him, you will answer his questions, and I point at Mindy Low.
I step.
You find him so much you gain 4 hit points back.
I step back from Thorndor, looking at him like, okay.
Don't hurt me! Don't hurt me! I give up! I give up! You got me! And he's looking at his dead mates and trying not to look at Thorndor, but keeps kind of looking back, kind of that horrified fascination in his eyes.
I'll bring Purr over, my fierce Zoak, with claws and teeth. And I shall rest Purr on his chest, peering down at his face. And I will kind of flutter and stand next to Purr, kind of on his chest. You tell us the truth, or I'll claw
Right.
your eyes out.
What do you want to know?
First thing, what other trouble can we expect from other gangs around here?
There ain't no other gangs round here. Just us. Just grey wolves.
There ain't no grey wolves anymore.
There is. There's more of them. There's more. Yeah. I'm quite new, but there's others.
Ooh,
There's others.
goody. They
There's
all have
others.
toes. I could tax them for their toes.
Here's the big question, now that we warmed you up. You don't want to get this one wrong. If you get this one wrong, you're going to lose toes. How do we get into the depths to see Twiceborn? Where's the entrance?
Oh, that's easy. That's easy. That's this building behind me here. Because he can't point because he's got his hands tied. This building over here, behind me, that one what I come out of with the boss. Down in the cellar, there's one of them. What do they call them? Like a carpet on the wall. One of them things. Like it's quite old. Had pictures on and stuff. Like one of them carpets. What you hang up. Can't move his hands.
Well, that's
behind that,
underwhelming.
behind that, there's a hole. But yeah, they told me that if I messed up, I was going to have to go down there and talk to them. So I didn't want to mess up, but yeah. Please don't hurt me.
I'll look up at the others. Underwhelming, but we got what we needed.
So
I
now,
don't think he's going to be any more trouble.
do I not tax him for his toes?
I don't think so.
Or
You don't want to be a grey wolf anymore, do you, son?
I didn't really want to be one in the first place. I didn't really have a lot of choice.
One last question, how many more of you are there? There's others.
I don't know. There's loads all around this part.
where is your main base? Like the big chief of your gang?
I ain't met the big chief yet, but he's in one of the houses, a few streets that way. It's where the base is. I'm not allowed there yet.
Where do you live?
Well, here. We're responsible for watching this bit. It was quite a good job for me, since I'm new.
Well,
We
now,
take the bodies.
Let's untie him. And let's send him back on his way into Parlainth, out of the Smalls. Let's give him another chance to start afresh.
perhaps we don't want to come out to meet a whole load of the rest of his gang. He does now know where we're going. You're very trusting, Mindy Lel.
I'll peer down, and I'll just gently stroke one of Purr's razor-sharp claws. If you were to be set free, where would you go?
I'd go and find the others.
Would you tell them about us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell them to leave you alone, because they don't want to die. But if I don't tell them, I'll die anyway.
Do you not have anyone in Parlainth that you can go to?
Or even in Haven.
In Haven, indeed.
No, I was brought up out here in the Smalls. Ma and Dad died. Grey Wolves took me in.
Are you very convincing, young Grey Wolf? Are you going to be very convincing to let your mates know not to come near us?
Well, I'll tell him you killed the boss.
Should we
I'll
take
tell him
off
you
one
killed-
of his
you killed
toes as
Quill
well?
over there. And the other one, I didn't know the other one's name. He was a bit of a bastard. Didn't like him.
Achulian, Thorndor, Sol, there may be a time we might need some unscrupulous allies. Maybe, just maybe, if we let this one go, there might be a favor that we can call in sometime in the future.
All right.
I have no feelings, so we can let him go.
What's your name, young Grey Wolf?
Pete.
Pete, my name's Mindy Lel. This is Purr. Purr gets a lot bigger. He gets quite hungry. He really likes eating toes. It would be nice if he never had to eat your toes.
I don't want my toes eaten.
You go and tell your mates to stay away from us, and maybe, just maybe, in the future we might come looking and ask you for a favor. Because, and I'll lean in, because it's nice to make a new friend, isn't it, Pete?
Yeah.
Come on, Purr, get off him. Let's let this little one go.
As soon as he's untied, he bolts off down this alley here. You hear the sound of clattering of boxes, etc., as he charges through the alley.
I think there may be a bounty on the head of all of these grey wolves. The strongest arm might pay. We probably let 10 Tavs run away from us there. But let's not make the mistake with the ones we killed. Thunk. Thunk. 2 new heads join. Piss eyes. Find some way of tying them together so that I can carry them as like a sort of loose collection.
I thought you were going to make a bolus out of them.
Yeah, something like that, yeah. Like a 3. Thorndor, do you need to skin the ones that remain?
I'll get it on the way back with pressing business, and if they're gone, they're gone. I've still got spare pages at the moment.
Well then, I was not paying attention the directions he said it was. Where is this house?
It's over there.
That one?
It's this one here.
Hmm.
You want to knock,
Oh.
Julian?
Also, because of the way this little adventure started, that you were in town and you were fully healed up and stuff, none of you will have had to have done a karma ritual yet today. So if you wanted to spend half an hour to do a karma ritual, then you can do that and regain all your karma.
Awesome.
That'd be good.
Yeah, we can take half an hour.
Each discipline has a slightly different way of doing it. So yeah, each of you do whatever it is you need to do to focus on your discipline and the teachings of your discipline to restore your karma.
I checked the binding on my weapon and its sharpness of edge. What do we do then? Just click karma, or
I just did it
so
manually.
yes?
yeah, just do it manually, because if you do new day, it'll do.
No, but if under actions you click on the karma,
Oh, does it
word,
reset it? Does it?
It resets it.
Nice.
Oh.
Nice.
Which is pretty cool.
Excellent.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
Yeah, quite good functionality on these character sheets. Yeah, so you spend half an hour doing your little rituals.
Mm.
Mindy will probably brushing Pear's feathers,
I'm just
gazing
having a
lovingly
look.
into her eyes.
Yeah.
There are suggestions in the book for what each discipline does. You can also absolutely make it your own.
I don't
Yeah,
use
so
a
this
whetstone.
building here,
It's
in the
just-
basement.
Are we ready to go then? This carpet on the wall, is it because of the people try in this city to walk on the walls, or did he mean a tapestry?
One of them keeps the drafts out.
Ah,
Maybe it'll be a surprise. Maybe we can see. Something to look forward to, surely.
I do not think I would like walking on walls. They would break.
I don't have a scene set up for the catacombs necessarily.
Sure.
I'll just go to the Haven map, to the Haven screen. You descend into the basement, and there is indeed a very old, mouldy tapestry on the wall. Some depiction of Parlainth's glorious past. It's hard to make out. You kind of make out the shapes of some of the pyramids of the northern quarter of the city. A scene of that area, which was the northern part, was the kind of administrative and legal and kind of banking centre. Behind it, there is a rough-hewn hole in the wall, which leads down into dank, dark tunnel.
We found our way.
Did anyone bring any kind of light?
I believe so. I have an adventurer's kit
Oh yes.
of some description.
So Thorndor, you
Okay.
have heat sight, but not night vision.
Yeah. I look
I
at
don't think anybody
Julian.
else does.
Does he glow? Or is he too rocky to glow?
No, he does go give off heat. Probably not as much as a warm-blooded name giver, but there is a heat of life force to him.
More out of cracks and things rather than a...
Yeah, not kind of like when you look at a fleshy name giver. There's certain areas are warmer than others, extremities are colder. You can kind of make out where the main organs and stuff are. Yeah, with a Julian, it's more kind of a diffused life force warmth.
You look like a coal on a brazier.
A blue
Maybe
coal.
they're your cousins.
No, they are old beings such as yourself that have died a long time ago and then been rendered down by time and pressure. This, like Frock has taught me, they are not the same as us. It is why they burn so merrily. Shall we go down?
Let's go down.
Could I have a marching order of the party, please? Ashulian, you will need to almost go on your hands and knees.
Oh, joy.
I'd say point then, because I can actually see ahead. So,
Are we not lighting torches?
yeah, but if I go ahead of the torch, I might be able to
Oh, I see.
give us a bit of warning.
What about you, Sol? Do you have a spell that would help?
No, but I recently bought a light crystal that's inserted into my staff.
Ah,
So that
did indeed.
works.
I've also got flint and steel and a torch.
But it only works if you say the word Shirak.
Continuously.
10 points if you know how to turn off the light.
Dulac.
Dulac, yeah.
Except in some versions where actually they said do Mac.
Yes, the M.
Yeah,
came in.
weird, right? Anyway.
I did not get the reference.
Oh, come on.
Ah,
Racelin.
Oh,
The Staff of Magus.
yeah.
yeah, I always skip those bits.
Right, so we've got Thorndor going. We've got Thorndor going in the lead. Who's coming next?
I don't mind going along. I'm
Mindilel and Per.
pretty nimble.
I will crawl along, and if Sol wishes to bring up the rear, or I will crawl along at the back if you like, Sol. It is up to you.
No, I'll hang at the rear,
All right.
if that's okay.
Okay.
I do
So
not
you've
mind.
got the light crystal, which is enough light to illuminate your way. But Thorndor, you want to be ahead so you can kind of get a sense
See
of...
anything coming, hopefully.
Yeah.
I mean, they're dead, so I'm probably not going to see them
Well.
coming any. Might be alright, the sort of microorganisms digesting them might give off some heat or something.
The tunnel that you're in twists and turns, goes down quite rapidly a long way. Then twists, turns, seems to turn back on itself as it rises. It's very confusing. There's little tunnels going off either way, but Thorndor, you can kind of tell as you pass each one, there's no breeze or anything coming from any of the side tunnels, where there is a feeling of airflow coming from the main tunnel. So you keep following the main tunnel. There are places where you have to absolutely squeeze through, and then Ashulian, you need to actually break bits of the tunnel wall to kind of squeeze through. It's definitely not easy. People have come this way, but it's not an inviting entrance into anywhere. It's somewhere you have to work to get into. After half an hour or so of squirming and digging your way through the bowels of the earth, the tunnel opens in the floor. There's a hole in the floor ahead of you. The tunnel's a dead end in front of you, and there's an opening in the floor of the tunnel. And Thorndor, as you look down, it's kind of hard to make out because it's still really dark, but as the light of Sol's light crystal just goes down the hole, catacombs, ancient burial chambers, passageways. It's a distant kind of plink plink of dripping water that echoes down the hallway that you are above. It's about a 10-foot drop to the floor. Nothing too serious.
I know this makes me a bad dwarf, but when I left Arcairn, I just thought I'd leave behind being entombed underground, you know.
And for all of you, it's kind of giving you that, that claustrophobic feeling of being back in the care. Those days growing up as small name givers, of not knowing if you'd ever see the light of day.
It feels very much like home.
For me, that is not a good thing.
Hmm.
I think the drop's about 10 foot, so you could probably step down there, Julian, but the rest of us might want to lower ourselves.
I am not quite
Yeah.
so tall. Ooh.
It's easy enough for you to kind of lower yourself. If you want to, you could lower yourself and drop down. It's not that far that it's going to take any roll or give you any kind of damage.
Yeah.
Should I go first and help those who are coming next? Or are you saying it's alright for them to drop down as well? It wasn't just
Yeah, it's absolutely fine.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Can I now stand up?
Just about. How tall are you?
7'2".
Yeah, yeah. There's some collapsing of this tunnel, but as you move further into the tunnel, it gets to about 10 foot high, where you can stand up quite reasonably. 10 foot wide, 10 foot high tunnel. Decrepit, ancient, what's the bas relief, stonework along the walls depicting burial rites, Theron burials, various. So the Therons didn't worship the passions that the people of Barsaive do. They had kind of sorcerer gods, and there's various depictions of them.
Interesting.
Very mouldy, very dank. And there is a glow of light coming from just around a corner, about 50 yards ahead of you.
I think it might be time to practice our Theron greeting manners.
I will not say anything. Unless you tell me I have to say something.
Blood on.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll brush down my shirt from any kind of detritus from the battle upstairs.
Should I leave the heads here, or do you think the cadaver men might like them?
They
I
might
think
like them.
that they're gonna look at me covered in furs and ichor, and it's gonna be fine. We're gonna blend.
This orky one is getting a little bit smelly now.
You plod on down the corridor 50 yards and it turns to the left. As you go round the corner, there's about kind of 10 yards or so, and then it opens out into a antechamber or a crossroads, which is a slightly larger area where some more corridors seem to meet. And there are 3 cadaver men standing, not quite sentry-like, attempting to be sentry-like, around a brazier of coals that's in the middle of this little room, and they're all facing you. One of them's behind the brazier, the other 2 are this side of it, kind of flanking the corridor that you're coming down. The one to the left looks the most decrepit, is missing its lower jaw completely. One of the arms is hanging off, has a deranged gleam in its eyes. The one to your right looks a bit more together, and then the one behind them was an orc. The cadaver orc says, "State your business."
Can any of us remember what the Theron greeting was supposed to be in said book?
You can, yeah. We didn't go into detail in it.
I will attempt to perform said greeting.
Okay.
It turns out they're all Morris men or something. You have to like tingle.
So give me a charisma test with a. So you've been kind of trained and shown the greetings. So I'm going to say just a difficulty of 3 to perform it. Nice. As I said, I thought, is that too high?
Yeah.
There needs to be a chance of
Almost.
failure, right? There needs to be a chance of failure. So you fumble your way through the beginning of the greeting, but get it right. And the orc look, very impressive. That's a very old ritual. What's your business?
We have come to speak with the Queen, Twiceborn, on a matter of some urgency. Of course, we have not arrived empty-handed and wish to greet her with all the fittingness as befits a royal present.
And what is this urgent business? And what gifts do you bring my queen?
The urgent business concerns the possible creation of cadaver men and the attempt to besmear your lady's good name and thereby jeopardize the treaty. And the gifts we bring are this fine mouldering volume, and I produce said volume, of Baron greeting rituals, from which I have liberally sampled.
Wait here. And he turns and shambles off down the corridor behind him. Anybody doing anything while he's gone?
Just keeping a really good lookout. A really good lookout.
Yeah, the other 2 cadaver men are... One of them's keeping an eye on you. The other one is... The deranged one is, muttering stuff, or trying to mutter stuff every now and again, but doesn't actually have the jaw to do it with, so there's noises coming out of its throat, but you have no idea what it is. And eyes are darting everywhere. Seems like an age before this orc comes back, standing in this dank, dark corridor, not knowing quite where you are or what's around you. Eventually he comes shambling back up the corridor. Yes, my queen will grant you an audience. Come with me. Keep your hands from your weapons, if you wish to make it out alive.
I have some difficulty with not holding my weapon because it's not like you can stow a troll axe.
When we get to the audience chamber, you will leave it at the door.
All right. What about my collection?
Are they for the queen?
If she would like them. Although one of them we do need to show her. This one.
Bring them.
All right.
Shambles off down the corridor, and you are lost after a few minutes. There's several quick twists and turns through these catacombs. He knows exactly where he's going. There's loads of different corridors off in different directions. You can hear noises of people. You're guessing cadaver men moving about down various corridors. Some of the corridors are guarded. They have sentries at the end of them. Some of them aren't. He quickly darts you through various corridors. 10, 15 minutes or so. Everybody give me a perception check, please.
Not aware. Sorry, hang on. Not awareness. If we have the skill.
What's the specifics for awareness again? Okay, you can make awareness, yeah.
Difficulty or just roll it?
Yeah, just roll it and I'll... Mendilel, did you? Oh, you did roll.
It's a 9.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Prospect.
Ashulian and Sol, like, you've definitely, like, this is the long way round. You've doubled back on yourselves and tripled back on yourselves in a couple of places. He's brought you a deliberately, you wouldn't know the direct route back to where you were, but you could maybe work it out if you needed to without having to go all this way back. He's definitely trying to confuse you.
Right.
Fair enough.
After 10-15 minutes, you arrive at a larger chamber, and there are ornate double doors at the end of the chamber. No other exits from this chamber. Torches either side of the wall. Fear through those doors.
I'll approach one of the doors, try and push it open.
Push out the door opens really easily. Like,
Okay.
oiled hinges, absolutely opens. Looks decrepit and old, very ornate, but is obviously well looked after. And Gaiania, the orc cadaver man, for it is he, doesn't come with you. It stands sentry-like in the antechamber. As you enter a large room. Bear with me a second.
I lay my troll axe down.
Yeah.
Give it a little pat.
So, what order is everybody going in? Mendilel went first. With Per, I'm assuming.
Yep, and I kind of stepped to one side to allow Thorndor to come through because I'm not stupid.
Okay.
I'm holding the book in front of my chest in a totally coincidental manner, guarding my vitals.
So let's do this then.
I will go behind Soul.
Oh, okay.
I have whilst he has a tendency to threaten people he should not, I know I have a tendency to misunderstand. Ooh. Well, this would be a fun fight. Careful what you say.
Yes, indeed.
You are... How much of the room can you see? I think you should
All
be
of
able
it.
to see all of it.
Yeah.
You are in a large hall,
Yes, we
which
are.
is bereft of any previous finery. There's a few maybe hints and wisps of ancient tapestries, cloth on the floor maybe that was once pillows perhaps, high pillars holding up the vaulted ceiling. Very much an air of decrepitude and decay. Cadaver men ring the room. There are perhaps 24, perhaps more. This is the only place that has been lit that you've seen so far, apart from the little antechamber that you met the orc in. Sitting at the far end on a throne is Twiceborn.
She's very dimly lit, so whilst I can see her, I can't really make out a thing of her token. Ah, well, that's probably why. Okay.
An ancient Tiskrang cadaver woman sitting on a throne. She has a pair of swords belted at her waist. She's wearing living crystal armor and holding herself with a regal, if slightly decaying, pose.
Well, hopefully we took note of the how to greet royalty section in the Faring book, so I will step forward and attempt to perform that, taking note of how close I'm supposed to approach and all the rest of it.
Yep. I'll have another charisma check with a difficulty of 3, please.
Oh yes.
Oh, can we use karma?
See.
I mean, trust-
You move forward, and you start the ritual, and you completely forget what you're doing, and turn round to look at Sol for some advice, and then remember the main thing is never turn your back on a ruler, as you've just turned around and gone, and yeah, somebody needs to rescue this situation.
I'll start juggling immediately.
would you like
Okay.
to use the heads?
I'm gonna move straight onto the gift portion of events. Be like, lady, we have a gift for you.
So your juggling is awful.
I'm very
I mean,
nervous. I've got
You literally
performance
make one
anxiety.
catch and drop the rest.
Yeah.
There's a look of smiling disdain comes across Twiceborn's face.
Oh, God.
Give it. Give it a
Anybody
gift.
else wish to try? Make a fool of themselves?
Sol?
For the heads.
Okay. I'll try a charisma roll as well. Can we use karma with this or not?
Nope.
Okay. Anything
Well done.
else? It's a situation I don't know.
The lesson of this is always bring a troubadour. Bards, right? Useful in every situation.
Particularly in a situation where the ship is sinking and you need someone to float on. Bog them on the head. Sorry.
Sol, you rescue the situation by stepping forward in front of Thorndor and the ineptly juggling Mindilel, and delivering the greeting with a certain level of aplomb and gravitas.
Mhm.
I see. At least somebody has been doing their studies. You may approach.
Thank you.
All of you.
Majesty.
All of you may approach.
I'll approach.
Feel free to move yourselves into the room.
That too close.
Oh no, that's fine. It's about close enough. My advisor
offered a
tells
book.
me
How do
you
I...
have a gift.
Sorry, how do I not move everyone?
Like, select a square, draw a square selection, and then...
There we go. Thank you.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry to interrupt.
That's okay. No problem. You have a gift. My cohort, my... What's the word I'm looking for? Advisor tells me.
Concubine.
Signer, hopefully, not concubine, because that would be harrowing.
Says the Nethermancer.
Yeah, that's a step too far.
Making
Just
little
spin
tiny
them.
cadaver men.
And I offer the book.
I'll bow elaborately, just like at random intervals.
She nods to this cadaver man here, who steps forward, takes the book from you, brings it back to her, proffers it to her. This will do. This is a tome I have not read. This has some interesting historical rituals in it. I thank you. You may
I'm
ask me
sure.
10 questions.
Huddle, quickly.
Yeah, huddle quickly. But not turning our back.
No,
Like,
no,
sort of.
Are we not here to give her information first? I know you
If
will want to
anyone-
ask her questions, but aren't we here to simply say, this is not a question, this is the head of an orc that was trying to frame you? Being a Shulian, this is all said at volume that people around could hear.
Yeah, quite. Yeah.
It's worthwhile putting some context into the questions. That might be quite helpful.
So, beginning the preamble to our questions, Your Highness,
I'll stop
Your
by.
Majesty.
Majesty.
We were told that someone was creating cadaver men. We followed this orc. I gesture at the piss-eye guy.
Oh,
He led us to a house where there were 3 cadaver men who had claimed to create cadavers out of corpses abducted from Haven. When we went into the basement, there were signs of a ritual, however, they did not seem complete. I've got notes of that, so I'll just quickly describe it.
they were not corpses from Haven, they were people abducted from Haven who were made into corpses to be made into... Sorry, I always said
There
that
There was a
not
process. There was a process called murder.
Yes. It is difficult to get fresh corpses. This is true. I myself have not indulged in that particular recruitment method for some time. These cadaver men. How many did you say there were?
There were 2, weren't there, and 1 they'd created, so 3 in total. 2 originals, 1 created. They seemed to know the orc, but be displeased that the orc had led us to their hideout, the basement, where the evidence of the ritual was that was incomplete, was beneath that.
This is interesting. I find myself in a predicament. The predicament being needing to thank the living for information. I thank you for this information. 2 of my lieutenants, Twiceborn's clearly British, went missing some weeks ago. They were trusted, highly placed members of my retinue, and they vanished without a trace. Their remains could not be found. They disappeared in the middle of the, perhaps night. The night cycle, I suppose you could call it. It seems you may have found them. She gives you a brief description of her 2 lieutenants, which are the 2 cadaver men that you dispatched. In light of this information, I dispense with the 10-question rule. And perhaps we may have a free exchange of information.
I bow, or whatever the Karen equivalent is. Jennifer, whatever.
I have not. I have created cadaver men recently, but I have not created them in the area that you have described. I have not done anything that would affect my truce with the living.
Who
It is
else?
currently doing me as much good as you, I believe.
Who else could create cadaver men, Majesty Twiceborn? Bow.
It is... I find myself in a very difficult position at this moment. approach. She gestures to the two Cadaver men to move away, and gestures to you all to approach.
We bow and then we approach, as is customary.
This can go no further. I do not create Cadaver men. They are created for me. I have the power here. And I have the trust of my court and of my kingdom. And I have the strength. I am not like the others. I have retained much of the abilities that I had in life. I am something different. But there is a power that creates Cadaver men for me. I am not willing to divulge its name or its location. Our mutual benefit is I have the power, and it remains unsought out and alive. But perhaps there is another of similar power that may be doing the same in another location, perhaps trying to gain its own power within Parlainth. I have a gift that I can give you. She reaches into her robes, into her cloak, like into the folds of her cloak that are on the throne. The power that binds me knows nothing of this. And she hands you an object, some fairly large, so it almost looks like incongruous, but like a makeup compact. But a very big one. So a hinged container of some sort. Which, when you open it, has a like springs up with an arm holding some kind of clockwork magic device. A bit like, so you've seen people use sextants to navigate by. So it's like a cross between a sextant and, in your care, there was somebody who was obsessed with the movement of the spheres and stuff, and had made an orrery to try and track the motion of the moons while the care was locked up. It's like a cross between a sextant and an orrery.
Okay.
And not that you'd have seen one like in character, and a compass.
Yeah.
This is an Astral Sextant. It is broken. The purpose of an Astral Sextant is to locate horrors. This one only locates one type of horror. The Garnex. My master does not know I have this. Does not know I know where it resides. But that is a matter for me and me alone. If and when I wish to be free of it, I will be free of it. But if there is another of these creatures, of these horrors, infesting Parlainth, perhaps this could lead you to it.
Does it have any weakness that we might know of? Majesty.
Does anybody have horror lore?
Me. Okay, so I'll roll it.
Yep, give me a horror lore roll. I know a little.
Where is it? Here it is.
Where's my PDF?
I add calm to this?
No.
Or not? Yeah. I'm really bad at rolling calm, so I thought I'd do them all today.
Where have you gone? Okay, 7's good enough. 7 is good enough. So a Garmek is it's a minor horror that feed on feelings of revulsion and disgust. They're physically weaker than many other horrors, and they lurk in burrows and tunnels, generally near graveyards and catacombs, and other places where large numbers of dead can be found. They can animate corpses, and they are particularly fond of the feelings that come from a living person seeing the animated corpse of someone they know and cared for in life.
Oh,
Oh god, okay.
Reports describe them as... So there's a couple of conflicting reports. Some saying they are all beak and bone, sharp beak and bone at that, and others that say they are that they resemble fat maggots with a scaly hide.
I relay all this to the group. And I look at
nasty.
the Queen to see if her expression changes at any point. Speaking.
Yes, this is... I have seen one. Both of those things are true. If you see one, you will know of what I speak.
Interesting. What about ways to stop whatever it is doing?
Kill it.
That's fair.
Can they be killed with a big axe?
Yes.
Oh, good.
Be careful of its mind powers.
It does not have some funny masks, does it?
No.
Oh, good. Sorry, I said I wasn't going to speak.
We better try this little doohickey and see if we can find it then.
Wait a moment. Was there not something you did actually want to ask Her Majesty here? Some questions. There was something about a book or the person we got some information from who was very interested in Cadaver People.
There was.
You speak of the Tiskrang in Haven.
Yes.
Vardigul, yes?
Oh, yes.
Yes. Long has she yearned for an interview with me. Perhaps if you make it back, you can come and see me again. And I will grant an interview to you, the four of you, to take back to her.
Presuming we all survive, we would be honoured.
I ask a boon in return. The day will come. The day will come when I free myself from my chains. I ask to have reasonable representation within Haven.
Mhm.
Living beings who have met me and yet still walk and talk and breathe, who may vouch for me should I wish to relocate, leave, and not be interfered with upon my journey.
Hmm.
I would be honoured to speak for you.
I fear if Torgak and the others who rule Haven saw a large number of us moving through Parlainth, they may get a little worried and may react in entirely the least appropriate fashion.
What we've heard.
Perhaps some friends who can stay their hands.
Mhm.
I quite like staying people's hands.
And heads, I see.
Yes. These two were trying to collect tabs per head. I gave them a counter-offer of toes. They did not like it, so I thought, since heads were so valuable to them...
It's a shame you didn't bring the rest of them with you.
Oh, they were just outside the building that we came to from.
We could go back.
I will send people for them.
If you would like their heads, you are welcome to them. Also, this orcish
would.
one is beginning to get a little bit... fruity. Oh, that
We
was
will
not literal.
dispose. We will dispose of the remains.
Don't want to know how. Thank you very much, Majesty. Funny word.
Well, that went well.
If there is no more, and if word of what I have told you gets to any in my kingdom, retribution will be swift and not painless.
We are good at keeping secrets, Your Majesty.
All of you look at Julian.
Time to leave, I think.
Saul gestures with his finger to his mouth.
What is this supposed to mean?
It is not the first time I've shown you this, Julian.
This is true.
Discuss this later.
I always wonder if there's something wrong with your lip.
You take
When
your
I was
leave
perhaps-
of Twiceborn and make your way out of the kingdom of the undead. You're shown back to the entrance. You make your way back out to the entrance. Absolutely fine. When you come out into the smalls, there's no sign of any grey wolves, any bandits around you. Two of the cadaver men have accompanied you and pick up the corpses and take them back into their hole.
Mhm.
She's gonna eat their heads, isn't she?
Eat them. Isn't she going to put them back on and make them into more of her kind?
The two she has bodies for, yeah.
Oh, yes. Well, but could have two heads on
Chris
one body.
Gold Eyes is, yeah. We'll leave that in the fade to black somewhere.
Fab. Tick.
So you are in the smalls,
Mhm.
armed with a way to find a minor horror known as a Garmek.
Cool.
Should
Make
you
it
so
work.
wish to do
Make it
so.
work.
So in the smalls, back in the sunlight, well, there is a bit. It's a little hazy here. But you are at least back out from underground, out from the kingdom of the undead and the oppressive atmosphere there. After a pretty successful visit with Twiceborn, who is perhaps a new friend?
We didn't die.
Yeah. She's an ally, definitely. She's given us a astral thingamajig.
Yes, who is going to attempt to manipulate the Astral Sextant?
Would you like me to try? I could manipulate it.
Oh my god, great. No. Protect the thing. Protect the doodah.
I feel like perhaps if Thorndor was guiding Armourer between them, they might be able to fix this. A Nevermancer with Astral Sight and the
So you've got no way of fixing it from the state it's in currently, but you can utilize it to track down one of these Garmex. You make the assumption that close to where the previous location would be a good place to start.
Do we think that we actually want to use this thing and find this horror? Well, we
The
sure?
fame, the reputation.
Yes. But what about reasonable, realistic goals in life? Like
That would be the
continuing
right
to
rock
live.
talking, yeah.
Shall we see if one of our new friends wants to join us? Perhaps, for instance, Garisha, who also is a Beastmaster.
I do not think we are likely to get much help when we say horror. That will be the end of the conversation. Who is best to use this? What skill does it require? I imagine not pounding on
Pattern craft.
Pardon?
Pattern craft is what it's going to take, so it would need a magic user of some sort.
Oh god. What's your pattern craft then, Thorndor? Says Saul Brimstone instinctively.
No hint of meta.
I will allow you to decide who has the better pattern craft.
I'm going with Soul Brimstone because mine is rank 2.
Oh, mine's rank... Oh, hang on a minute. What is it? Pattern craft? Mine's only rank 2 as well.
Yeah, but what does it go off of? What?
I don't know. What attributes does
I believe
govern it?
it goes off perception. So
Right.
yours is rank. So yours is step 9 altogether, Soul, and Thorndor's is step 9 also.
9. Well, we can just both have a go, presumably. So
You can absolutely
just
both have a go.
What
Yeah.
if it tells
yeah.
one of you to go that way and the other one to go the other way? We will not know who is right.
Oh. I mean,
And you can use karma on it. So are you relocating to the other area first? Yeah. You wend your way through the smalls. There is a slight feeling of being watched every now and again, but not with the intensity that there was coming here. More kind of a wary eye being kept upon you. It would appear that the Grey Wolves are no longer interested in confronting you and are allowing you to move through the smalls unimpeded.
No toe collection.
maybe they're not hungry, not starving.
You get back to the location where you encountered the first 2 cadaver men with the cadaver man of Hurus and the body of Zema in the hole in the ground in the basement. That's the word for it.
Poor Zema.
okay.
And yeah, take out the actual Astral Sextant, which I can actually give you a handout of.
Ooh. This is exciting.
Wow, okay.
Oh, cool.
Ooh.
It looks how I imagined it would.
That was a good
Roughly.
description.
Very good description, yeah. Although Damien said Masters of the Universe. Sorry. What did you say? Did you say Master? said master so many times, it made me think of Masters of the Universe. And I was thinking about, you know, the He-Man movie, that they have in that. Yeah.
Oh, Gwildor. Oh, God.
Yeah. You take out the Astral Sextant, and you may both make a pattern craft test, and I will, toss up number of successes on a difficult 6.
Did you say we can use karma with this?
You can, yeah.
Sorry.
Alright, go on,
That's
you
right.
go for it.
That's good.
Gwildor also was played by the actor who also played the High Alban in Willow. Random
Oh,
nerd fact.
cool.
Random nerd fact. Sorry.
Go on then, so I'll roll difficulty 6.
Oh, right,
We've got 2 successes from Thorndor already.
right. Difficulty 6 with 1 karma.
Wow.
Nice.
Okay.
Total of 3 successes means that you very rapidly managed to tune it in into the patterns around you, and looking at it, and as you work on it, you realise that yes, this could be used for a lot more than just finding the one horror. There seems to be various different symbols on it, various different attunements on it, but at the moment you wouldn't know how to go about fixing it. Perhaps there are parties within Haven that would know what to do with such a thing. If you can get it back to them, could be a very useful piece of equipment in the future. But right now, it's absolutely pointing. So it leads you around the back of the building that these two were in, through a couple of side streets, and possibly maybe 200 yards away, through various side streets, there is another building. Leads you into this building. Massive hole in the floor down into the basement, which you drop down into. And behind, there's a load of like ruined bags and boxes, some kind of warehouse or storage area. Whole load of ruined boxes piled up in the corner, and behind that is another hole into the earth.
Do you want to cast your air armor spell, Sol? You know you like that.
I do like it. Let's do it retrospectively. Do I still need to go through all the... Oh, yeah.
You can have the thread woven. That's fine.
Okay.
Because it's not a combat situation, so you can keep doing it until you've done it. Unless you want to roll and see if you get extra threads.
I mean, I did, because, yeah, I thought...
Yeah.
Yeah. I might want to cast it on another thing. So shall I weave?
Yep, go for it. Yep.
Extra thread, I can only do 1. So I will do that anyway.
So, Thorndor could also weave a thread for a spell, like,
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
do soul armor, which they said they had mental powers, so that might be useful.
It's set the difficulty of 5 automatically for this. Is that normal?
Yeah, that's the thread weaving difficulty.
Okay then. You don't set karma when I cast spells, do I?
You can use karma, yeah.
All right, I'll use another one. Like, I'm not used it for the whole of this game we've done. So I'm just using it all tonight.
Nice. So you got an extra success.
Okay.
So that's
Okay.
so you now have 3 threads woven to it.
Good.
So now if you do spell casting, or if you click on cast the spell,
Yeah. I'm into
It's
the
got-
cast.
yep.
I cast it?
Nothing's come up.
To press OK on spell casting.
Yeah. Okay, so what are you doing with your extra threads? You've cast it, fine.
What are the options again? Remind me, sorry.
Oh, hang on, it's against target's mystic defense, isn't it?
Yes.
But you
That's
can
right.
you can voluntarily lower your mystic defense to 2. So I'm assuming anybody's who's being effective can do that. It's just not something you want to do in combat.
Yes.
So additional threads, you can increase the duration in minutes, increase the effect +1 physical armor, or an additional target.
I'll do an additional target who is the most... I don't know who's the most likely to need it.
Well, you've got 2 additional threads woven, so you could do 2 additional targets.
But how was its
you sure do.
duration?
Its duration is rank plus 5 rounds. So you could turn that to minutes.
Yeah, do that.
Smarter.
So you could do 2 people and rank plus 5, spellcasting rank plus 5 minutes.
So it's going to be, my spellcasting rank is like quite high, it's 3. Level that
So
up.
8 minutes.
8 minutes, yeah. I'd do it on the Shulian as your second one, because he's our main combatant, so...
Ah, Mindy Lell. Well, yeah.
When you actually hit, like, it gets real, so...
Okay.
when I actually hit is the problem, but yeah.
I've got 2 additional targets, so I'll cast it on...
1 additional target.
Oh, 1 additional target. Okay, I'll cast it on a Julian by touch.
Oh boy, thank you.
Okay,
Right,
so
now I
you've
feel
both
all
got
light
plus
and
3
airy.
physical armor.
Cool.
Do I need to equip it? Do we need to equip that on the inventory, or does it automatically do that?
It doesn't automatically do it, no, you'll just have to remember.
Oh, it wants me to
Yeah.
roll the effect. Shall I do that when we get into battle?
You don't need to roll effect for it because it has a standard effect.
Okay.
Effect is only if it's like a damaging spell.
Mm.
So Thorndor, you have woven your thread. The soul armor.
Soul armor. So, do you want me to cast now, or should I cast at the last minute before we get into
So you can't hold threads at this rank.
okay.
You need an enhanced matrix to be able to hold threads.
Not enough threads keep weaving, apparently. So I need to weave it again.
Oh, you need 2 threads, yeah.
Oh,
So you can make another attempt. You're not in. There we go. Now you can
Now
cast it.
cast.
nice.
What's it against? Target's Mystic Defense. That hasn't beaten your Mystic Defense. Oh, but you can lower it. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have plus 3 to your Mystic Defense.
So on the character sheet, if you click on under characteristics, it's probably useful for Soul, but it will also be useful for Thorndor. If you click on armor ratings, it brings down so the actual name armor ratings brings down a modifier. And if you type in there, just like for example 3, so my physical armor is temporarily 11. Armor ratings on the characteristics page. If you just click on
Oh, it's not your mystic armor it's affecting, is it?
No, it's the
So
physical
yours
armor.
is physical armor. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, that's cool. I can see that. Yeah.
It's very good too.
Yeah. That's useful to know.
It's just the benefit of being someone who can't not click on things.
What happens if I do this?
Whoops.
When I used to do that in your game, I used to draw things all over your map, so I tried to resist doing that. No.
Yes, no, I remember.
Okay,
Nice.
so
What was that line?
girded with some mystic power, you make your way down into the depths again. This hole's a little bigger, so it's a little easier to get through. It does twist and turn a little bit. Yep.
Before we summon the horror, can somebody let me know? Oh, is it me doing it, or are you doing it? Somebody let me know. Because I want to cast a, what's it called? The thing that I bought. I want to cast...
Oh, you don't need to cast it, you just need to choose to use it, I believe. The horror fen charm.
Horror fen charm, yeah.
Yeah. So you just decide to use it for 1 strain per round. You add 3 to your physical and mystic defense against horrors and horror constructs.
Do we all have a healing potion?
Yes.
Is there anyone who does not have a healing potion?
I don't have one.
Here you go, Soul, and I pass you a healing potion.
Thank you ever so much. How do I add that to my inventory?
Drag and drop it from the briefcase icon in the right hand.
Compendium. It'll be under goods.
Okay.
Like heal and it.
Items next to
Alright,
journal. Between
search
actors
healing and it'll
and
come up.
journal.
Healing potion?
Yeah, healing potion.
Yeah.
And you can just drag and drop it.
Awesome. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Delving back into the earth again. The passageway twists and turns. It's strangely uniformly round,
Okay.
as if a creature has burrowed this passageway out, rather than it being dug.
How wide would that be? Diameter-wise, to get an idea of said creature.
So diameter is about 8 feet.
Oh, well. It cannot swallow me if I stand up then. Not without getting indigestion. Look on the
And the
bright side.
passageway eventually levels out and has broken through a wall into a burial chamber. And you come out into a very small burial chamber with a sarcophagus right in the middle of it.
Of course.
Given that some of us are playing in Curse of Strahd, sarcophagi, not my favourite thing at the moment.
It's probably quite a big map with a very small room on it. I do apologise.
That's alright.
I have made some on-the-fly adjustments.
Okay.
Oh, a comfortable stone bed.
There is a emanation from the sarcophagus. Less of a smell, more of a feeling. There is a feeling of unnatural horror, disgust, revulsion coming from the sarcophagus,
Okay.
which buzzes in your minds. Don't know if that is that hum. Is it physical? Is it just in your mind? There's a low rattling at the inside of all of your heads. Just the very
Okay.
idea of being in this room fills you with absolute revulsion. I would like everybody to make a willpower test, please. Will force if you have it as a talent. So I
Not
don't think any
steel,
of you do.
not steel mind. Steel thought, rather.
Steel thought is absolutely usable, yeah.
Okay, cool. So I get to add karma. Nice.
Yeah.
And I need to make a roll. Hang on a second.
Do you want us to know difficulty or just roll it?
I may have got this wrong. Hang on a second.
Well, hopefully.
So I need
'cause-
to roll against your mystic defense, but you can use steel thought.
Okay,
So what does steel thought do?
I'll just put it out there. So, make a steel thought test against his opponent test results. So,
Right. Okay. So
So the adept resists magical abilities that target his mystic defense.
right, so it's one test compared to everybody. Right. Let me
I suppose it only matters
private roll this.
if you affected me. Otherwise, I shouldn't use steel thought, from what I gather.
Okay, what is everybody's mystic defense, please?
Is
8.
Mine's 4. Actually, is it in your armor rating or your?
Mystic
oh no,
defense is your
It's
defense
mystic
rate.
defense is
yeah.
my mystic defense is 9.
Well,
It's 8 for mine.
Right. So,
Oh, you're strong.
sorry,
Gordor.
going again. Soul, yours is 8, right?
So
mine's
is
9.
9. Mine is
9.
8. Mindilel is 8, and
But
Soul is
I'm going to
12.
go one at a time. So, Soul, you are absolutely full of revulsion and fear, almost paralyzed with it. You suffer a -3 penalty to all of your action tests
Okay.
until I say otherwise. Julian, what's your Mystic Defense?
8.
You also suffer a -3 penalty to all action tests. Thorndor,
Well,
you suffer a -1 penalty to action tests. Yeah.
What's
And
that?
Mindy Lell?
8, sorry. 8.
8. So you're also a -3 penalty.
Soul needs to give himself 1 karma back.
Why?
Because he's rolled willpower and used karma, he shouldn't have done so.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, give yourself a karma back.
Do you want...
Julian, you may make that Steel Thought test if you like.
I have already done so, I got an 8, so...
Okay, nowhere near enough, I'm afraid.
No.
Did you want Per as well?
Oh, Per, yes, absolutely.
Because
What's
Pearl
Per's?
rolled a 9 on their willpower.
Oh no,
No, I was wrong. I'm comparing it to your Mystic Defense. I apologise.
What should you? What?
So what's Per's Mystic Defense?
So Per's Mystic Defense is 10.
Oh, okay. So -2.
And I have -3 with 8.
Yeah, sorry, I apologise, Thorndor. Yours is a -2 as well, because yours is 10, right? So that's 1 plus another 1, yeah.
mine's 12.
So Per and Thorndor -2, everybody else
Thorndor's is
-3.
12, not 10.
12, same thing, I got 19. So
Alright, okay.
that's a success plus 1 extra success,
Yeah.
which makes it 2.
I mean... Shit.
Yes.
That penalty's not higher than anybody's willpower step, right?
What's my willpower step? The bit to the right.
No, it is not.
You shouldn't have thought it would be.
No, I'm
Oh,
step
yeah.
5.
You'll
Yeah,
also be
it's-
7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So. you'll
Yeah, I can
be
see it
7.
now. Sorry, my bad.
This absolute wave of revolting terror, fear of disease and decay is emanating from the sarcophagus in front of you.
Does Mystic Armor in any way interfere with this? No, it's not.
No.
So it's just your Mystic Defense. I see, okay.
Yeah. Mystic armor works against spells that do damage or magical effects that do damage, the same way as physical armor does.
Gotcha.
What are you doing? You're all feeling like it was a very bad idea to come down here.
Yes.
Perhaps we should all sing a little song to cheer up. Oh, wait a second. I do not like singing.
I would rather die.
Perhaps we open this sarcophagus and face our fears, or maybe we should just return back to Haven and have a good stiff drink.
I vote we open it.
I vote we open it.
I do have this bottle of fine wine I have had all this time and not used, so are you sure no one wants to have a reinforcing swig?
I mean, it couldn't hurt. Oh. Well,
Pass it
uncharacteristic.
round. There you are, Sol.
It's quite uncharacteristic of me to be drinking. I'm quite straight cut and serious all the time. Everyone's already
So
on
everybody who
edge.
drinks can knock one off their penalty that I've just given you.
Where do we put the
Power of
penalty?
alcohol!
Power of alcohol.
Where do we put the penalty? Do we have to put it in?
Just have to remember it, dude.
You just have to remember, whenever you roll. So Thorndor is down to -1. Per doesn't drink. Everyone else is down to -2. Per's still on -3.
I am very glad I
Per
bought that
isn't.
wine.
Per's -2 because of...
-2, apologies, yeah.
Everyone's -2.
Except Thorndor is -1.
Mhm.
Yeah, okay, cool. Who's opening the sarcophagus?
It probably is quite heavy. Should I do it whilst you get ready to blast this thing?
Yep, ready with claw shape.
Can I weave a thread into Astral Spear then?
Can I weave a thread into my thing as well?
You'll have to do it in initiative because you won't be able to hold them
Alright.
long
Oh,
enough.
we haven't got
so,
enhanced matrices. Yeah. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Oops.
Oh,
yeah,
life
absolutely,
rock.
Julian. It's very easy to. I mean, it's heavy, but for you, it's very ezy to shift. Shift the lid, even.
Life rock, what am I doing? You warned me about this stupid sort of thing. Oh.
Even in your fear,
Smash
managed
it to
to
one
hoik
side.
the lid off. And inside is a hole in the bottom through which protrudes the bony beak and spiky kind of neck frill of some unimaginably ugly creature. As it's, protruding out from the hole. The fear and the revulsion is coming from this being.
Eek.
As it screeches at you in an unearthly, otherworldly, astral-backed scream of rage.
Eek.
And we will roll initiative.
Shit.
Well, I'll do that for everybody.
Do we declare first?
Yes, we will declare. Do I roll anything? Well done. Thank you.
Alright. Not your job to remember everything.
Go on then, Thorndor. What are you doing?
I'm going to give this one attempt to Astral Spirit, and then when I find out its mystical defense is ridiculous, I'll revert to hitting it with a flail. So that's going to be my
Okey-doke.
plan.
Mindilel and Perth.
Well, basically, we're just going to twat it. So I'm going to be trying to claw shape the face off it, and Per's just going to go with like a big bite.
Okay. Sol.
You know my horror fend charm, is that a simple action or a standard action to cast?
Well, that's a simple action. You can just decide to use it, so you take a point of strain.
Yeah, okay. So I'm going to use that,
Point of damage.
and then I'm also going to start to weave some earth darts.
Cool. And the Julian?
Part of me thinks I just take the sarcophagus lid and bash it down and lean it back, but he's braver than that. So he throws it to one side, takes up the axe, and then tries to split it, the bony bit away from the sluggish bit. If that makes sense.
Yep. Cool. And the Garmek is going to attempt to bite a Julian
Oh, cool.
on this round with its great big bony beak. So yeah, everybody can please go ahead and click.
That's not how I thought that was spelled.
What am I? I can't. Oh. Yeah, I can.
Got it?
Yeah.
There we go. Lightning fast as always.
Let's do this with a bite. -2, yeah?
Yeah, you'll need to move Per closer in. Yeah, -2 for Per.
worries. So
And
with
target, obviously.
so difficulty is currently 8. Do I just change that to 10 to make the difficulty higher, or?
No, because it's -2 steps, so where it puts step modifier, put in -2.
There we go. Thank you. And I will move Per nice.
Nice.
And near. Oops. I'm just trying to move everyone there. There we go. Ka-ching! Per goes savage. Should we roll some damage and see what occurs?
Yes.
Yes!
Very nice.
What
Oh.
is
Oh my god.
Per's mystic defense, please?
10.
Okay. So Per does bite into the Garmek, but does no damage. Doesn't get through its armor.
We
It's
are
scaly.
leaving.
Well, it's not scaly. This is hard, chitinous neck frill and beak.
We are leaving.
It's very hard to get through.
Oh god.
Click on
What
begin
have we
combat.
done?
This is why I said the Shulian would need the armor, because he's the only one that can really
And
do damage when he hits.
Karmic is going to attack Shulian. Would you like to avoid blow?
I'll give it a go.
So he only got a 9 to hit.
Yeah, I've got a -2 to everything now, haven't I? So, and you know, I was taking damage from avoiding blow. So, step modifier so step modifier -2, yeah.
-2.
You
Yeah.
type that in because you know sometimes I don't like difficulty 9. Straight on.
Oh,
Figured that would happen. Go on, apply damage. Roll damage.
21 damage,
Holy shit.
which is 10 after armor's applied. So that's not even a wound, right?
What do you need to do to get a wound?
I mean, the
Your wound
fact
threshold's really high.
it's not that high. It's 15, and I'm now because of strain. I'm close to it. I've got 12 points.
Yeah, but you only have to take that in one. It's only if you take that in one hit that it becomes a wound.
Okay.
It's not cumulative. So your wound threshold, if you take 15 or more damage in one attack, that's a wound.
Right, I've got you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Oh god, I'm scared. What have we
You
done?
may respond.
Oh, ow. Disgusting thing. So, oh, hang on. No, cancel. I need to target it. That would be clever, wouldn't it? Haha. And, having been bitten by this thing, I just crash the axe down right in the middle of it. Like this.
It just glances off its beak. You just get it wrong slightly, and it just glances off its hard beak.
Oh.
Mindy Lel.
sweet. We are going to attack.
They're harried now.
It is harried, yep.
-2, karma 1. Oh yeah, I need to move myself, don't I? First of all.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Hold on,
Nice.
let me just move myself a bit closer. There we go. Oh no, I'm going to be over here.
Please wait before you apply damage.
I will. You know me, I'm very good at, obeying instructions.
Doesn't roll damage yet.
You're doing
No.
good.
Shall I roll damage?
Yeah, roll damage, but don't apply it just yet.
I rolled 7.
What's your mystic defense?
8. Can I just say, I find this very unfortunate that every
So
time we attack,
you
it
take
manages to whack
7
us.
points of damage,
Bitch.
but your armor might.
Yeah, but it's
Like
because
deflect
you're
that.
touching it, aren't you? It's not affecting Shulian because he's touching it with a weapon. It's because you're actually putting your...
Balls.
And-
I
yeah,
don't think
yeah.
that is. Are we sure that's what's happening? I just didn't hit it. That's why I didn't get.
Oh, you missed it?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, okay.
My armor's 4. Physical armor.
So you take 3 damage.
This is like that episode of Red Dwarf where they're on the prison planet. Everything you do.
And it very much feels like your blow has been reflected back at you.
Hmm.
So that goes under total damage 3.
Yeah.
What if I now whack myself with my axe? Will it hurt it?
Oh god, he's gonna whack off. This is
So-
terrible.
Okay, so I'm reading up this Horofen thing. How do strains work? What is a strain? Where do I put it?
That's 1 point of damage.
Okay. Against what exactly? My
You just take it. You have to just
Just,
have
You
it.
just
just
take it
take
on your damage.
damage.
I think
Is
you
it-
can go to the
What's my
combat part and click on take damage.
okay? But what's my health rate number basically? At which point I don't take any more strays. Is it the unconscious rating?
Yeah.
Oh, that's my health basically. It's down to 0.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Take damage at 1 stray. I'm gonna
Yeah.
cast my Horrifying Charm like I said I would.
Yep.
How do I get it to? Did it say physical one? How do I get it to say 1 strain? Is it saying damage
Should just be
physical
able to
on
get
the?
it to take 1 point of damage.
Do you want me to just put 1 physical on there? Is that what you want?
Yeah. 1 physical
Okay.
damage, yeah.
Actually, do you know what? I won't cast the thing yet because I'm going to stay at range. I changed my mind. I'm going to stay at range. I'm not going to cast my horror thing, but I am going to just do the other part of what I said I was and start weaving my earth darts if that's okay.
Yep.
I'm going to weave it with an extra thread because I can.
Yep.
When I do it, I have to do it with what was its difficult? Is it step modifier -2?
Yes.
Okay. And then okay.
Nice.
Okay.
Thread woven. On to Thorndor.
Okay, so I'm going to weave the thread for Astral Spear. Can I weave and cast it this round? Or...
No, you have to cast it next round.
Okay, so I'll weave that.
Excuse me, sorry.
Continue.
You'll have to try weaving it again next round.
Ask a quick question about damage. So on our weapons it says like how much damage they do. Do we then add step modifiers from our strength to that, or
If you're rolling it off the combat sheet, it should automatically calculate it.
I'm trying to get really meta and work out if I can even hurt it if I was to hit it.
Yeah, because you get
You
exploding
can,
dice.
exploding dice, you can always hurt it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's entirely possible to kill it in 1 shot.
It's not
Unlikely,
likely.
but possible. Never tell me the odds, kid. Declarations for next turn, Ashulian. So Ashulian, in fact all of you, but this is probably more pertinent to Ashulian.
Okay.
Like, the front of it is armoured. But you heard another description about it, which Twiceborn said both things were true. And this, it's only literally just slightly coming out of its hole. And as it comes out of its hole, you can see a slug-like body covered in leathery scales behind the armoured bit. So it may be possible, and this is actually included in the creature's description. So as an action, you may try and pull it out, and if you it's an opposed strength check, but you can pull it from its burrow, and then any attacks. So two extra successes on an attack test means you can then ignore its physical armor and get its soft underbelly.
Only on a physical attack test.
That would count for your Earth Darts.
Yeah.
Wouldn't count
On
for
any attack
Astral
test,
Spear.
Yeah. So your Earth Darts, your spellcasting is essentially an attack.
Right. I can see what you're saying.
So if you think you're strong enough, you could try and pull it out.
Yeah.
Do you say you're going to do that? Because that's a free action, isn't it? Just to say.
No.
Yeah.
I don't say that. But what you see me do is drop the axe and start reaching for it. And that's what I'm going to do, is latch onto it and drag it out. Try and smack it against the wall, whatever I can do.
That's cool.
Okay.
Can we just say
So-
that? Oh. Can we say that this knowledge has been, from a roleplay perspective, has been imparted by Sol because he's got horror law. So he's told everybody that,
Yes.
you know.
Yeah, you did tell the information I gave you earlier was from your horror
Okay.
roll,
Awesome.
and then Ashulian's seen the thing in the burrow.
It's
So
disgusting.
I'm going to cast Earth Darts from my current position, and then I'm also going to use Acrobatic Defense if I have to.
Okay, Mindy Lel. And,
So both myself and Per are going to do the. I don't know if we could combine this, but we're going to drag this horror out of its hole. Because we're both quite small, we're going to need to support each other to do this. And I'm a Beastmaster. Per is my beast. Per will help me.
Okay. Thorndor.
Sorry, I was just trying to find the combat options table, which I've now done. Okay, so as they pull it out, I'm gonna hold my action and then use an aggressive attack to try and hit it in its soft parts when it's pulled out.
Yeah, so with initiative, and there's not really held actions in Earthdawn, but you can swap your initiative to any other point later in the round. You can't go earlier.
I'll be last
but
anyway.
you can
so
go
it's
later in the
fine.
round. So if anybody wants to do that once we've rolled initiative, then you can choose to do that.
Oh,
Julian's up first.
what do you need me to do then? Do I have to roll to grab it
so
and
it's-
then roll to strength, or just straight to
It's
strength?
a opposed strength test, so you can grab it quite easily. So I roll its strength, and you roll your strength, and whoever has the most successes or has the higher score wins.
And I need to put. I'm affected with the -2, aren't I?
Yeah.
I'm
you are
2-step modifier, yeah.
too,
Can't use karma.
Beat a 3.
Yeah, you did.
I did.
Because he's harried, that's right, he's got a minus for being harried. So it's got a minus for being
Awesome.
harried. You have pulled it out of its hole. So with a roar and a straight,
Splat against the wall if I could, but I can't.
but you can certainly drag it out. So let's just move you slightly.
Disgusting thing.
So it's essentially moved to there now, as you've pulled it out. And
Is it-
yeah,
is
it's
it
hideous,
still-
horrible, bulbous, slug-like body that's covered in these flapping, leathery scales. It screams even more in rage. Let me just... Oh, I want to put that open on there already. Okay, cool. Anything else you've done, Ashulian, right? So Mindy Lel.
So as it's now pulled out of the hole, I don't need to pull it out of the hole. So
Right.
I'd like to just simply attack.
You may attack.
Not that there is such a thing as a simple attack.
So,
So
hang
I
on,
go
you...
first.
Hang on, oh, yeah, it's not currently harried at the moment. Wait a moment.
It will be.
There we go.
Cool.
So,
Right, let's do this.
So Mindy Lel could wait till to turn to 0.6 on the initiative ladder, so that Per moves in, and you get harried
Yeah.
again.
But it's surely he's harried because of where you and me are. Where
There
are
needs to be
you?
Three
three
people.
opponents to be harried.
Oh, in which
Oh.
case, can I hold my action then until Per joins me, like literally now?
So,
Good move,
Yep. so let me harry it again.
Cool,
And
let me just
you
move.
can move Per in. So Per
Yes.
will go first, and then you will go.
Okay, so close Per. We're
Don't
going to
forget the
bite the
-2.
fleshy part.
Yep. You need 2 extra successes to bypass the physical armor.
You mean like that? I
No,
know that's
not-
not 2 extra
like that.
successes. I was just trying to bluff. That, dear viewers, is a terrible bluff.
Go and roll the damage, Sam.
It's damage.
Yeah,
Physical
but
defense
again,
is
it just turns around just in time, catches Per's attack, Per's bite on its chitinous armor.
Okay. Nothing more from Per then.
Nope.
Now, Mindy Lell. This is the bit we've been waiting for. Come on, Windling Rage.
Bless you.
Sorry.
That is, oh, 1 extra success.
Nice.
That's quite high, though.
Yeah, it's quite high. Just slightly not high enough.
Ooh.
Unlike certain songwriters when they write certain songs. Thank you.
Go and roll damage. That doesn't even go through the armor.
No.
And now it's its turn.
God.
And it continues to bite at Julian for this round. Because I didn't declare anything else.
I taste too good. I'm just going to take that. So now I'm not going to keep on racking up damage just for the sake of my very limited chances of ever rolling anything above. Yeah, go on. I take 5 points of damage.
Yeah. The armor's making you quite a bit more survivable, really.
Yeah. Air armor's really helping too.
Yeah. Soul.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna should be able to just cast it now, shouldn't I? See. Oh, am I in line of vision there? Should I move my character
Yeah,
over?
no, you can absolutely shoot there. Yeah.
Okay, I'll leave him where he is. If that'll...
It's actually much bigger than the token appears.
Okay, that's cool. So I've moved it. I'm casting it. I need to do a step modifier of -2. Do I?
Have
or
you
have I already done that?
targeted it?
Oh.
But yeah, you're still on a -2 step modifier.
I do highlight it and press T, don't I?
Yep.
And then press cast and then step modify -2. -2. And then
Work
can I use karma
your
when I'm casting?
magic.
You can use karma, yes.
Yes, let's use some karma. Right.
Nice.
Nice. You don't bypass the armor, but you do hit it.
Okay. It's saying roll the effect.
Yeah,
It's
which
saying-
is damage. Yep.
What's the step modifier to? It's saying.
Yep. Because you got an extra success.
And then do I have to put my karma one in there as well?
You don't get karma on the damage test
Why is it there then? Good. Okay.
because it's there for everything.
Okay. Apply the
I
damage.
think you got through.
Yeah.
Actually taken some damage.
Well done,
Right.
soul.
It's okay, thanks. Yeah.
Yeah, that has gone on. Okay, cool. Thorndor.
Okay, can I step over the sarcophagus or do I need to go round?
No, you can climb over it.
Little
I'll
hop.
see my dex rating. Right. So I was in an aggressive thingy which gives me +3, but I get a -1, so that's overall a
+2.
+2.
Oh, that's
Make
awesome.
that. Not if he decides to hit me, it's not, no.
No, that's true.
I
I'm not gonna
taste too good,
survive
you're safe.
otherwise. Don't bypass the armor.
Don't bypass the armor, no.
2 on
Nice.
Oh, nice. Chipping away at it.
It's because, let's face it, bludgeoning weapons really ought to just basically ignore armour. That's what they were made for. And partly force past armour. That's why warhammers, maces and things on the medieval battlefield.
Yeah, because it just transfers the shock right through, right?
Yeah, pulps.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's
Warhammer, it's called Warhammer.
Okay, and declarations for next turn. So, the Garmech is going to use its terror ability again. Mindilel, what are you doing?
Claw shape on the soft parts. Per's gonna bite.
Cool. Soul.
I'm gonna weave again. Earth darts.
Earth darts, yeah. Ashulian.
I am getting very cross, so I am going to take an aggressive stance and clobber the bastard.
Cool. And Thorndor.
Do the same. Aggressive stance, try and hope it's too tall to notice me and I can get underneath it.
Right, I'm going to let you go first, Ashulian.
Oh, thank you. So I need to click. We've still got the -2, right?
Still got the -2, yeah.
Yeah, cool. So aggressive stance clear.
+1. Oh, I didn't click that, I just did it all manually.
Karma.
That was dumb.
1.
Yeah, if you click aggressive stance, that'll work it out for you.
Oh, excellent.
Oh,
Very nice.
Step modifier 2. Should there be a step modifier to damage?
yeah, because you got an extra success.
Extra success.
Oh, I see. It's not a negative. Alright, gotcha. Cool.
Yeah,
No,
no, that's a +2. Yeah.
30.
Oh, that's not the damage, but it should do
I
good
don't
damage.
care
right?
about soft underparts. With a troll axe. Two-handed down. Apply damage?
Yeah.
High damage, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well done. Awesome.
Disgusting thing. I might be frightened of you, but you're going to be frightened of city
And
men.
that was 20 after armor, right?
Yes.
That was.
Yeah.
Wound time. Probably. Hopefully.
And he needs to make a toughness test. Oh no, he doesn't. I didn't mean to do it, yeah. He didn't need to roll that because it wasn't 5 over his wound threshold.
Okay.
Its turn.
No.
Give me the character sheet, bastard.
This is one of those, if it bleeds, we can kill it moments.
Yeah, absolutely.
We've all, I think we've all successfully wounded it a little bit.
No, I haven't.
Oh, right. You will. Get a killing blow. You and Per.
Yeah.
Anybody whose Mystic Defense is 9 or lower has another -1 penalty.
Okay, more wine, please.
Cumulative to the ones you already had.
So now -3.
Yeah.
Can we still throw the bottle to each other?
But I
and
can use
drink
Steel
it?
Thought, can't I?
You can use Steel Thought, absolutely, yeah.
Come on, Steel Thought, don't let me down.
Did you say 9 or lower?
9 or lower, yeah. So you should be fine.
No, because my armor's
I'm
faded.
not frightened of you.
Your Mystic Defense, not Mystic Armor.
Oh,
I resist it.
Yeah, so you resist it. Yes, maybe well.
Per has willful, which means talents and abilities used to dominate, control, tame the creature require additional successes equal to the step of this ability. Does that make it harder for the horror to...
Not for terror, no.
Oh, shitbags.
Mind control would, but absolute fear
Good try, right?
doesn't make it more difficult. It's worth asking the question, though.
Yeah, definitely.
It is Per's go. Speaking of Per.
Let's do it. Per is going to...
no, it's because I'm in an aggressive stance. I take the penalty to my
You do,
Can you-
yes.
Oh, you
Yeah,
missed a
so-
comment.
Yeah.
Okay.
I get a -1, you said, yeah? So
Yeah.
now I'm -2. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm working out why that had gone down.
Well, it's a success for Per.
Roll some damage.
Only 6. Which
Doesn't
means...
go through, I'm afraid.
No.
Um,
Come on, Per. Better luck
So-
next time.
okay, I'm just going to weave. So, you know when I'm weaving and then I'm casting, should I be applying the -3 step modifier both times?
Yeah.
I thought you could just straight up cast Earthdawn without having to weave it.
I know, but I'm thinking,
Oh,
Those
sorry.
extra successes.
yeah, I'm just thinking, perhaps
Yeah.
it'll give me extra successes and penetrate.
And you will have to move before you shoot it this time. Because now there's too many people between you and it. Well, you won't have to, but you'll get... It
Okay.
will get extra to its physical defense for having
I'll-
targets between.
Well, I'll just move now in anticipate. Well, not there. I'm
Yep.
moving to the corner. Trying to move to the corner of the room. It's not letting me.
Hexes.
Yeah, it's because it's hexes.
Okay, let's just assume that I am.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. So if I weave, well, I'll do an extra thread. Hopefully, extra successes. And then step modifier -3. We said, didn't we? -2 plus
Yeah.
-1. Then I've got a karma left. Can I use a karma now?
Yep.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay then.
So you have an extra thread on that. So you've got 2
Yeah.
threads woven to that now.
Okay.
That's
Then I've
good.
got acrobatic defense as well.
Yeah, it's
in
not,
case it
it's
comes-
not in within 2 yards of you yet.
Yeah, in case it comes at me. I don't know what it's capable of, but yeah.
Mindy Lal.
Fab. Thank you. Okay. Right. We will rinse and repeat. -3. Which feels rude. Success, but not a great one. And I doubt that gets through his armor.
No, it does not. I completely forgot something last round as well. Oh well, my bad. Thorndor, your turn.
I was going to try and take advantage of the Shulian having whacked it to sneak underneath and flail its soft part. See how that goes. So I get a -2 step modifier.
It's a hit.
Oh, nothing's shown up for me. Oh no, that's yeah. Okay, and is it a -2 to the damage as well?
No, the damage is just unmodified.
Okay, I took that off last time. Come
Ah.
on. Not bad. Nothing.
Nothing goes through.
Odd.
Going to the next round, the Garmech is going to... It's writhing and twisting round. It's going to attack somebody.
Oh no!
Julian, what are you doing?
It's a good question. I'm tempted to do touch, so I'm going... there's no point in using fire blood just yet. I'm going to reverse the blade, kind of swing up with the axe, trying to slice it right across its guts, and spill them all over the floor.
Nice. Sol.
I'm gonna weave and cast Earth Darts, and then, as a simple action, I think I'm gonna start casting my thingy horror and horror thing.
Activate the horror
Yeah,
charm. Yeah. Mindy Lal and Per.
So Per is going to bite. My melee weapons rank is the same as claw shape, so I'm going to have a go at using my windling sword. Stabbing it.
Okay.
Yeah, you've got a
You won't get
sword.
to use karma on
use it.
damage if you do that.
I've used all my karma up now.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, I
Fair
tell a
enough.
lie. I've got 1 karma left. In which
And you
case,
won't be
I'm
able
gonna-
because it's a melee weapon skill, isn't it? You won't be able to use karma on the
yeah.
attack
So
roll
I
either.
do have 1 karma left, which so I will in fact use claw shape, so I can use my karma on that.
Okay. And Thorndor.
I'm going to stay in an aggressive stance and try and hit it. Hope for the best.
Hmm.
Cool. Per and or Soul, you can choose between you who goes first.
I'll let Per go first.
You are very kind. Go on, Per.
Per.
No, not enough.
Hmm.
Not enough.
What does rule of 1 mean?
Means I didn't do enough.
If you roll 1 on all possible dice, then you fail, regardless of what you roll.
Just like a critical fail, basically.
Yeah.
Roll your soul.
Okay. Let's see if this works. So again, step modifier -3. But then-
Yeah. Unless you're using the extra threads to affect. What can you use extra threads for on Earth Darts?
I don't know.
You can use them to increase the duration,
Hmm.
which you shouldn't.
Shouldn't be able to do that. You don't. It's not. Doesn't have any nasty effects.
Makes you dead.
The duration refers to the armor reducing effect, right? Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And then what else can I do with it?
You can increase the effect, so +2 effect step for each thread, or an extra -2 to its physical armor for each thread, or increase the range by 10 yards or an additional target.
I'll do the armor -2.
I would guess -2 physical armor. So you've already hit it once, haven't you?
Yeah. Isn't it constantly getting -2 physical armor every time I hit it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So. Okay.
Um, Yeah. As not
Okay.
for a couple of rounds. Yeah.
Yeah,
So I've just changed its physical armor now.
okay. So, okay, and I'm going to take 1 strain, am I? Got strain in there? Is that
If
a
it says
strain on?
strain, then yeah.
Yeah, because I've done the horror fend charm haven't I, as well.
Yeah.
I thought I'll just kind of put it on once, yeah. So, sugar. Didn't work.
You failed to hit.
Okay.
It just flies past, in between the Shulian and Per. Mindy Lau.
My horror fend charms work, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Activate.
Okay. -3. And it's a failure to hit.
It is indeed. And the Garmek is coming after. Let's see. 1 to 2, Ashulian, 3 to 4, Mindy Lau, 5 to 6. Sorry, no, hang on. There's 4 of you, isn't there? Let's do a
Do
D4.
not be bringing Per into this. There will be words.
One it's Ashulian, 2 it's Per, 3 it's Thorndor, 4 it's Mindy Lau.
Could I just make... okay. I was going to suggest that perhaps because I'm such a big threat, maybe I should be like twice as likely to get hit.
Per's tiny, so should just be not bothered at all. No hitting Per.
You're tiny too, by the way.
I would get in the way to prevent Per being hit. It's my beast.
Per's got the highest physical defense of all of you, I think.
Yes.
Quite tanky.
It misses a Per.
Woohoo!
Thorndor.
Yep. I will try and hit it for whatever that is worth. -2 step modifier. No.
Physical armor only being reduced by -2, Damien. That only affects the amount of damage it takes, right?
Yeah,
At that point.
yeah. It doesn't change its physical defense.
No. Okay.
Julian.
So, slicing across with the axe in an attempt to disembowel it. I do it like this. I have the -2 step modifier. I'm no longer in an aggressive stance, by the way, but I did that. At the
Right,
start of the
okay.
round, so.
Okay, cool.
And I miss.
You miss. Okay, next round. So, what's Poe and Mindilel doing?
So I'm out of karma, so Mindilel will sword. Per will bite.
Okay, Thorndor.
I'm going to remain in an aggressive stance and hit it, hopefully.
Julian.
I get angry with the fact that I've missed, and I decide to also adopt an aggressive stance. And this time I'm just going to smash it repeatedly with the axe.
And Sol.
Does do you mean does I have you an aggressive stats when you're casting spells? Either by
Don't think it makes a lot of difference.
I didn't think you could, but I thought if it makes a difference, I might want to
No, because it's on physical attacks.
physical attacks. I thought so.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm just going to weave Earth darts again, or see if I can get some extra successes.
Okay. Poe is up first again.
Per's ace. Come on, Per. Big old bite.
Is that first load of terror still affecting us?
Yeah.
No bite from Per.
Nope. Mindilel.
Wow. Cool. Let's do -3 step modifier. I can't quite get it.
Julian.
First, like just a flurry of slams and smashes with the axe.
Ho! So this will bypass armor.
Oh, hold on, Gideon.
Nice.
Apply damage.
I'll do it manually, because it will take the armor off otherwise.
Okay.
So that's 20. Taking it to that, and that's definitely enough. Oh no, it's not enough for it to make a knockdown test. No, it's not.
Not even with one.
It's wounded though, yeah.
It has taken another wound, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's now on 2 wounds, and it's taken a total of 47 damage so far.
Right.
You're welcome, everyone.
So,
Okay. I'm gonna weave Earth darts with 1 extra thread. Sol's getting really frustrated watching his comrades in melee range getting destroyed to an extent. So he's really focusing. Step modifier -3, we
I
said.
haven't actually managed to bite anyone for a couple of rounds.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to take an extra strain, aren't I? Because I've got thingy, and I think I'm out of karma now, aren't I? Have I got 1 left? No, 0 karma. I've used it all. Okay.
1 thread woven.
Okay, so the other one didn't work. It was unsuccessful. What does that mean?
You've only tried to. Oh no, 2 threads woven. Then, if you were trying to weave.
I'm trying to
an
do
extra
2. I put
Yeah,
a
yeah.
1 in the top, didn't I?
Yeah, that's what you did. Yeah.
Okay, so she got. Okay. That's the end of this turn, then, isn't it? I've got acrobatic defense, like,
Yeah.
ready as well.
It's
In
shifted its focus to Thorndor now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to try and bite him. With an extra
Try and
success.
avoid that.
You can attempt to avoid that.
Do I get the -2 step modifier to avoid blow?
You do, yeah.
Okay.
No,
Oh,
Nice.
hey.
Nice!
Very nice.
And Thorndor, it's your turn.
oh, that got lucky. Okay. I'm gonna have to wrap up soon, but I will.
Yeah, if we're good to go on a few more minutes, because I think it won't be long.
Okay.
Famous last words.
That's just a normal hit. That doesn't get through.
Apply.
Oh,
I should have done, but yeah, it doesn't. Yeah.
Hasn't Earthdawn hit it and reduced its armor?
by -2.
2-8. Yeah.
Okay. Alright.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, let's have some declarations for next turn. Mindy Lel.
I'm gonna go for my sword again. I'm gonna try
Yeah.
and jab it.
And Purr's biting.
Yep.
Bashulian.
Absolutely.
Oh, Ashulian steps astride the thing. He's gripping the axe handle so tight that like his knuckles are like creaking and crackling. He's just driving the axe down with a fury into whichever part of it he can get at. Head, soft bit,
Nice.
doesn't care.
Sol.
Casting Earth Darts. Trying to
Yeah.
be precise and aim for his soft
And Thorndor.
under armor.
I'm gonna stay in my aggressive stance and attempt to hit it again.
Cool. Sol, you can go first.
Okay. So it's a -3 step modifier. Difficulty 11. One more strain. Armor devotion. Oh god. Okay. How is this statistically happening a lot all of a sudden? Is it because of the -3?
Yeah.
Instead of a 1 in 12 chance of getting a 1. So,
It's going after Purr again.
Pear's fine. Pear's got this. Wow. Pear doesn't got this. Pear's got 2 armor. If that helps.
Shit.
Purr needs to has taken a wound and taken 21 damage. Needs to make a knockdown test at difficulty 15.
Okay.
So that's a toughness test.
I'll just put the wound on difficulty 15.
You
Just
should
still
have added the wound straight away.
It didn't.
Didn't it? Oh.
It added the damage, but not the wound. Do you want the -2 step modifier?
Yeah. So Purr is bitten and slammed down to the ground as this horrific thing grabs her in its beak and just slams her against the floor. She is knocked down and momentarily stunned. If you could mark her as knocked down. She's not really stunned, she can still get her action, but yeah.
I don't know how to knock her down something.
it's on the combat page.
On the combat.
I just have a one single
action.
page
Oh.
for Purr.
If you click on action, under navigator, you've got characteristics, action.
action, and there we go,
Action,
knock
and
down.
there's a box
Thank
knock
you. Perfect.
No worries.
Cool.
And it's Purr's go next.
Wow.
So Per can either attack from the ground or take the strain and try and jump up as per combat maneuvers.
I think Per's gonna take the strain and jump up.
Yep, so that's 2 strain and a dexterity at DC 6, if I remember correctly, without looking it up.
Yeah, that's what I recall it as.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is why it took me so long to get up that time.
-2. Step modifier.
Yeah.
-1.
Hang on. No, because you don't take the. So you don't take the penalty for being knocked down on that check. So uncheck knocked down, and then roll it again with a -2 step modifier, because that gave you a penalty for being knocked down as well.
Yay!
Still don't.
That's better.
So she fails to jump up, but she still stands up just to take her full action.
Okay. Does that mean she can attack?
No, she can't attack. That's taking her full action. But she's no longer knocked down. It just, she didn't manage to, she was a little bit stunned and didn't manage to flap into the air immediately. Julian.
As I said, I stride the beast. But in my aggression, I'm flailing about wildly, nearly taking my own foot off.
Mindy Lel, this creature has just done loads of damage to your baby.
Raging. Do you want me to reduce my step modifier because of the amount of rage I've got going on?
No.
Fail to hit.
Thorndor.
Okay.
Nope.
Let's go for
Is anyone doing anything different to what they did last round?
No,
Well, I'm
just
just going to try and cast Earth Darts instead of weaving it this time.
Okay, cool.
I'm going to take an aggressive stance and then attack.
Okay.
I'm just doing the same with a bit different flow.
So if you click aggressive stance on your character sheet, then please, Mindy Lel. Julian or Mindy Lel, your choice.
I'm first. I've got alphabetical superiority.
I can't find. I can't
Found
find aggressive stance, quite frankly. So
Should be on your combat tab.
found it.
Combat tab.
Found it.
2 extra successes.
Nice.
Very
38
nice.
points of damage.
Oh.
Yay!
Yes!
Oh,
Julian.
it took no. It didn't. It should have taken 38 damage, not 30. So you need to take an extra 8.
Yeah. An extra 8 points of damage, which 77 plus 8 is 85.
Yes.
Yeah, 85.
Its death rating is 84.
I'll stab it with my sword. Yay!
Right.
With a
Yeah,
mighty
we
blow and a roar. I told you were close.
You did.
Flap it across the
Julian.
room.
Yeah. Eviscerates this creature, cutting it in half.
Its insides
Sending
are not as ugly as its outsides. This is not.
And the horror, the whole feeling of horror and revulsion waves away from you. The mystical feeling. It's still quite revolting. This thing is disgusting, and its insides are absolutely gross. But you have vanquished a Garmek,
Ooh.
Hooray!
and dragging its remains back to Haven. Because I'm assuming that's the kind of thing a Julian's going to do, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Keeps the head of everything else. So we will wrap up quickly. You drag the remains back to Haven, explaining to all and sundry that you've discovered what was making the extra cadaver men, that the peace with Twiceborn has not been broken, that she still stands by her peace treaty, and there was this other Garmek that moved into the area that was trying to usurp some control. And you are lauded as heroes. Everybody in Haven now knows your name, because you were the new guys a little while ago who'd done a couple of jobs for the adventuring companies, but now after a couple of days everybody knows your name. I mean, that's a tough opponent. So you all get 800 legend points.
Nice.
Presumably we need to give the astral thingamajig back to
I think so.
you. So
I said it was a gift.
It's a gift.
Oh, it's a gift. Okay, fine. That's even better.
We
isn't
do
it?
get to interview her. yeah. We give her an interview. What made you first want to become a cadaver person?
What first attracted you to the
Yeah. So we need to wrap up rather quickly because
we need to wrap up.
It's late
So
in the evening.
thank you so much. This is the end of our current run of Earthdawn live plays. We are going to end it here on this cliffhanger with our new Heroes of Haven having 800 lovely legend points to spend at a time in the future if we come back to this. Thank you so much to my players, to Ian and Phil and Kieran and Luke for being such amazing players through this journey, bearing with me as I've got used to the system again, which I haven't run for a while, VTTs, etc. Thank you for watching. Thank you to FASA at FASA Games for the system. Pop over there if you want to try Earthdawn yourself. You can try the basic rules for free. There's loads of resources on there. The Foundry report is really excellent. Works very, very well. A nicely integrated character sheet. Thank you to Tabletop Audio for the background audio that you've been hearing. And thank you for watching. Thank you so much. It's been great fun.
Thank you, Damien.
you.
We're going to
Thank
sign
you,
off
Damien.
with the usual thing of ringing bells, liking and all that. There are other systems we're going to run very soon.
Oh, yeah.
And also, I think, Damien, you and I are probably going to do a review session. We may or may not get the other players in this to contribute to that if they want to. Certainly, we'll pick your brains, guys, for your views. Comments and all that are really appreciated. What do you think of Earthdawn now you've had a chance to see our playing of it? And maybe you're experienced with the system and want to point out something we've got wrong, or maybe you'd like to ask more questions about it. We're happy to respond to any comments like that. So see you next time. Thanks a lot.
Excellent. Bye-bye.
Okay.